Dude, I am as pale as this wall right now. Also, you like how I put my socks on like upside down so I could slide around the house? This outfit is really something special. I was really cold, and then I put this fuzzy onesie on that you guys saw that I got from Victoria's Secret, but then I got a little hot. So it's just the best of both worlds right now. We're here to have a very honest and raw chat about something that pretty much all of you have noticed. I have lost all of my baby weight. I am back to the weight I was before I had children and back to my normal body type. And now some of you might be scratching your head a little bit because you haven't been here for a decade. But I'll get into that in a minute, but I just figured that this was overdue. And the reason why I kind of wanted to wait is because I just wanted to really get a sense of like what I wanted to say and how I wanted to say it. And I'm just gonna go for it. My channel has been nothing more than raw and honest, and that's what this video is gonna be, like it or not. This video is, the purpose of this video is to share my personal experience and be completely transparent about how I got here, how I'm maintaining, all of that kind of thing. And here's the deal. Weight loss is so scrutinized, like, and how people decide to do it is also so scrutinized. And here's the thing, we have no business to be talking badly or well of anyone's body. Like, you really shouldn't be talking about anyone's body, first and foremost, point blank. But I also feel like it's a good thing to be honest. Not everybody needs to be honest about how they do different things. And I've noticed that that is not happening a lot. And that's one reason why I wanted to just be fully transparent and talk about my weight loss journey basically and how I got here. And if you take nothing else from this video, hopefully it's a little bit of insight and encouragement for your own journey. So growing up, I have always been extremely naturally very slender. I've had nicknames like Flaca Blanca. My grandpa used to call me Bony Maroney and say I'm as skinny as a stick of macaroni. I've never had any hips. I've always been flat. If you saw me pre-boob job, then you know. If you've seen videos of me from years ago, I'll put some on the screen right now so you can see. I've always been extremely thin. Now, if you've kind of jumped onto my channel and found me within the last couple years, you've seen kind of a more, I don't want to say bloated, but a more normal pregnant version of myself. And I was 30 to 40, 50 pounds more than I normally am and what I'm comfortable with and what I'm used to. Now, I have talked a lot about hormone panels and having I'm like winded right now. Oh my gosh, am I pregnant? That would be so cool. After I'm like talking about finally getting to a body that I feel comfortable in again. It's not been a secret that I have been on a journey to figure out and support my hormones. I have historically always been very low in testosterone, which causes issues like not being able to gain or lose weight, low sex drive, irritable. And I've talked about these things for the past 5, 6 years, 7 years. And those are not the only things that I've had tested that I've been low on. So I figured after I had 2 kids, I was going to get back to my normal self. And so I was doing all of the things. I was working out at least 3 times a week, 4 times a week. I was stopping eating at 7 p.m. I was eating extremely clean. Like, when I tell you I was eating clean, looking back, I should have been dropping weight like nobody's business. Nothing was budging. I tried literally everything. Nothing was budging. And this was like 6, 7 months, I would say, after I had my second baby. I have 2 in case you are brand new here. And so I decided, you know what? It's about time now. I'm not breastfeeding. I need to go have my hormones tested and see where I'm at with testosterone, estrogen, all of these different things, and see how I can support my body and just get in a better place. Because when you have a baby, you can become diabetic. It throws all of your shit out of whack. Like, what we do and can do is amazing, but it can fuck your shit up. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go get tested. I'm going to go have all my levels checked and see where I'm at, because I'm close to being anemic as well. And so I wanted to just see where we were at, vitamins, how everything's functioning, I had a hormone panel done, and I, shared with him, I said, I have low sex drive. I historically am usually very low in the testosterone department. I have not been able to drop any weight. I have not been able to budge more than a pound or two, which from what I'm doing, and I have always been into fitness and health, and I'm not that I'm a know-it-all, but like I know how to lose weight, and I know how to be in my best shape for myself, in the best shape for myself. And so I was like, nothing's working. And so I just want to see, like, probably need some testosterone injections or cream or whatever. So he starts to go through my hormone panel with me, and he's like, everything's looking pretty good. You are very low in testosterone. And also you are pre-diabetic. He said your A1C is very high. And this is potentially, that mixed with the testosterone is one reason why you have not been successful, like losing weight. Now, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to go into the specifics of a high A1C and being pre-diabetic and all of those things. I'm just not going to. But he did ask me if I had ever considered getting on semaglutide, and I used to call it semi-glutide, but it's apparently semaglutide. And, I had talked to him too about like my body growing up and how I'm normally very slender. And, so I, looked at him, I said, I've heard of it. It's not something that I necessarily like was seeking out or am seeking out, but, just listen to his thoughts and what he had to say. And he did recommend that I get on that for a few months to get where I wanted to be and jumpstart my weight loss journey, lower my A1C, and then revisit. So I am no longer on it, but yes, I was on semaglutide, and I did taper off, and I never got up to the full amount, but I'm not really here to talk about like dosing and, all of that and like my experience on it necessarily. I just wanted to speak directly to the weight loss portion of it because I'm not a doctor, so I'm not super comfortable talking about all that. So if you want more information, I highly recommend that you seek it out and speak to a doctor and have a hormone panel done, because at the end of the day, like, even if you haven't had a child, the things that we do today and consume can just throw our bodies completely out of whack. And it's super important to know where you stand and know what you need to do to support your body in a healthy way. So I had done, so before I said yes to this, I did, a ton of research. I listened to a lot of podcasts about Ozempic and semaglutide, and I had seen that it was getting a really bad rap. I'm not going to sit here and speculate why, but I think I think I know why a lot of people have given it a bad rap. I mean, even a family member of mine was like talking badly about it, and they didn't know anything about it. And I was like, well, do you know this? No. Do you know this? No. Did you know that it's been tested for 30 years or 20 years plus? No. So it's just kind of like a reaction that people like kind of jump to sometimes. I don't know if it's out of jealousy, whatever it may be. And, I kind of went back and forth about talking about this in a video too, because I was like, I don't want to be a bad example and be like, you should just get on medicine to lose weight. Like, that's the answer, because it's not necessarily. This was a very well thought out approach supported by my blood work and my doctor. So I will say that, and I did try literally everything prior to. So, and it sucks too, because there's a lot of people that are probably on it that want to keep it a secret, which is fine if that's your cup of tea. But at the end of the day, most people know that rapid weight loss doesn't just come out of nowhere. And so I think a lot of people are afraid to talk about it because they're afraid of being scrutinized and put under the microscope. But at the end of the day, if my story of that helps possibly inspire you to go to have a hormone panel done and kind of see where you're at and what's going on, and if that's an option, great, and it's something you want to do for yourself, then great. Everyone's journey is completely different. Then it was worth it to put the video out. You know what I mean? And at the same time, I don't feel the need to share every intimate detail of my health with you guys, but at the end of the day, I consider you guys an extended kind of family and friends. And like I said, if it can help one person or inspire one person to go get off their asses and go do something about their health and figure out where they are at with everything, then I feel good. My job's done. And also, weight loss is an extremely personal journey, and it's a totally different experience from one person to the next. So something that may work for one person may not work for someone else. So just do your research and do what you think is best for you. But I will say that I feel a million times better. I feel so great. I have so much energy. I can honestly say too that I just feel so good, mentally, physically. I just feel really good. And, maintaining your health is something that I'm doing. I take my, I just did these glue-on nails and they keep popping off. I'm new at how much glue to use and how much, so they keep popping off. Anyways, keeping it up with diet, exercise, a healthy lifestyle is also very important as well. You can't just take a magic pill and lose a bunch of weight and it just stays gone and you're good forever. That's just not how things work. So I will leave it to you to do your own research and figure out what's going to work for you. But I wanted to share my story because a lot of you have asked and a lot of you have slid into my DMs and I feel for you. I've been there. I had a baby, 2 babies, and I could not lose weight and I tried everything. So I hope if nothing else, this was inspiring for you to take a hold of your health and, figure out where you stand with all of those things. And what you're going to want to look for is a naturopathic doctor that does a full blood panel, and they're going to be able to tell you kind of everything. But I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to try and steer you too far in one direction or the other. But hopefully this has been insightful. Remember that your journey is yours and yours alone. And celebrate small victories and try not to compare your progress or your body to other people. And I would love to hear from you guys below, any of your own experiences. And if you have any questions, I'm seriously an open book and willing to talk to anybody about pretty much anything that I've hit on in this video. And as always, we will see you guys in the next video. Bye.